quiet and shadows fall, I'll be beside you whenever you call. When worries weigh heavy and fears take flight, I'll be your strength, guiding through the night. And when the days are dark and heavy on your heart, I'll be the voice to guide you through the dim. Strong walls may crumble, but within you've got the spark. Just turn the key, let light dissolve the grim. Did you think you were alone in your feelings? Strike a match, let your inner strength be seen. Welcome to all things serious. In the depths of your despair, where demons roam, I'll be the hand to hold. You're never alone. When storms rage fierce and winds blow strong, I'll be the shelter in your soul where you belong. Welcome to all things serious.
That would work if I had the microphone turned on. Welcome in, everyone. Thank you for joining All Things Serious. Willow, thank you. Dose of Rose. Sarah, how you doing? Beyond Amazing, how you doing? Lady V, how you doing? Mona, how you doing? Jen, how you doing? Vibrant, how you doing? So, earlier, some things happened on the live, and then I had to end it abruptly because I got a message. So Monday, my father has to have heart surgery. Monday. Just found that out today. You can only take it one day at a time, right? That's what we have to do. Take it one day at a time. So, hopefully it's nothing serious. Hopefully it's a quick procedure. They had to schedule it. It's not open heart surgery. They just said they have to go in and check a few things. He has a heart monitor in his chest right now. So, just got to take it one day at a time. Depression and anxiety. Can I have both? Is it possible to have depression and anxiety at the same time? Answer from Greg Saltchuk, PhD, LP. Depression and anxiety are different conditions. They commonly occur together. They also have similar treatments. It's not unusual to feel down and have the blues now and then, and everyone feels anxious from time to time. It's a typical response to stressful situations. But severe and ongoing feelings of depression and anxiety can be a sign of an underlying mental health condition. Going through a major depressive episode can lead to a start of an anxiety disorder. It is common, it is also common for depression to be triggered by an anxiety disorder, such as generalized anxiety disorder, panic disorder, or separation anxiety disorder. Many people have diagnoses of both an anxiety disorder and clinical depression. Symptoms of both conditions usually improve with talk therapy, called psychotherapy. And then he goes on to say medicine such as antidepressants or both. Lifestyle changes to improve sleep habits, increase social support, reduce stress, and get regular exercise also may help. If you have either condition, do not use alcohol, tobacco, or recreational substances. They can make both conditions worse and interfere with treatment. So, depression and anxiety are different mental health conditions but often occur together. People with depression may experience symptoms similar to anxiety, such as irritability, nervousness, and trouble sleeping. Depression symptoms include persistent feelings of sadness, anxiety, or emptiness, feelings of hopelessness, pessimism, guilt, worthlessness, or helplessness, loss of interest in activities. Anxiety, intense and uncontrollable feelings of anxiety, fear, worry, and or panic. Depression can be triggered by an anxiety disorder or vice versa. Work stress, such as excessive workload, time pressures, can lead to depression and anxiety. And like they said, treatment, talk therapy, or cognitive behavioral therapy, being physically active, such as taking walks, can improve your mood. Eating habits. Yes, comorbidity means two common diseases that occur together. Francis, how you doing? Rody Gal, how you doing? Angels, how you doing? Lisa, how you doing? So today I felt both, and I've been dealing with both. More depression, anxiety was earlier, and stress. And stress. Hold that thought. Need to make some coffee while I'm here. Juicer, how you doing? Phoenix Fireside, how you doing? I ran out of some coffee. Um, don't mind me if I make a little noise. Yes, coffee. It'll help me go to sleep. Okay. Stress. Okay. Sweet and sleuthy. Stress. I was stressed out today too. So stress is a natural response to challenging or threatening situations that could cause mental and physical tensions. It can. Stress isn't always depression. Yep. And I can understand that, Lisa. I totally understand that. When you have stress, it doesn't mean you're depressed. Now, can stress lead to depression? I believe so. I believe so. Yeah, I wish I could quit drinking coffee, but caffeine, it's more the coffee. It's not the caffeine. Caffeine doesn't do it, but coffee reduces my headaches. You won't catch me quit drinking coffee. Nope. What's going on, Ginger? Put a one in chat if you've experienced depression and anxiety at the same time. Because it's tough. Barb Robinson, how you doing? So I have a couple of topics. Francis. Okay. So I have a couple of topics. I wanna talk about, but I want your opinion. So who here has a service animal? Just want to know if anybody in this community has a service animal. That's awesome to hear, Rody Gal. Okay. The reason is, and I'll explain why I'm asking this question, is tomorrow I want to do a live about pets. Okay. But I need people because I know pets are important to people who struggle. And I want people to come up and share their stories about what pets have done for them. Like in a support way. So put a one in chat if you're willing to come up on panel and talk about your support animal and how your support animal acknowledges you when you're going through a hard time. I can always reschedule it. You know, later. I can always reschedule it for a later time, later day, because I would rather get multiple people up on panel, like not at once, but during the live stream, and just talk about their support animal. And Black Skies, how you doing? Kane Corso's mom, how you doing? That's awesome to hear, Lisa. That's awesome. That's awesome to hear, Cindy. Okay, Ginger. So I'm going to drop the link. Anybody wants to come up. Drop the link. Anybody wants to come up. Okay, Sarah. Have a good school night. Get some A's. No B's, no C's, straight A's, young lady. Straight A's. I see you, Cindy. You can turn the camera off.
Thank you.
Hello, friend. How are you doing?
I'm having a rough day. As you know, 20 years ago, my place was burned out by a wildfire and been evacuated and chased around the northern end of California Valley for 20 years and moved to Sacramento. I got kind of much calmer, but, because I don't live in the country with the fires and all that. But this Southern California situation got me stirred up a bit today. So,
And I'm sorry that earlier my live triggered you a little bit, Cindy. I apologize.
yeah, no, it's not. It just is what it is. I also had talked with my, put in a call and got a chance to talk with my mental health provider today, just because I realized that, hey, man, I'm not okay about this. So I did a check in.
I'm glad.
She's looking for a fire victim counselor for me, one that specializes. I asked her for that. So, having connection with your community reminds me that there are options for me. So thank you.
And thank you for being honest with us in chat.
Yeah.
Because if you would have just disappeared and I didn't know what happened, I would have been worried.
Well, thanks. I worried about you when you were offline for a while too. But what I wanted to tell you about something that one of my service dogs did for me. I went through a time where I had a tremendous amount of vertigo, and it would trigger an upset stomach. So I would grab my dog, lay down on the couch on my side, pull my shirt up, and put his fur right on my bare skin and hug him super, super tight, and it would calm my stomach down. I don't know if it works for other kind of upset stomachs. Maybe other people want to try that with their pet, but it works for me for that kind of upset stomach. I don't really have upset stomach to try them out on something else, but many years of that.
Spitfire Chef, how you doing? See, I love animals and I want to get a dog. I really do. I'm just waiting until I can be financially responsible to have a dog. Right now, I got a lot of other finances that are weighing me down. Until then, I'm going to wait.
Well, you're wise on that, because just
Yes.
because they're little doesn't mean that their medical bills will be any less than a human being. An MRI costs what an MRI costs,
Yep.
and they need inoculations and things come up and they can't tell you what's wrong with them, so you're right. And it's very expensive. And of course, decent food that isn't full of some sort of
Yes,
garbage food is very expensive. And maybe they have like
yes,
a
I agree.
dermatology thing come up. So yeah, you're absolutely right. It's a commitment, like having a child, um, financially and time wise. So, ranging your life over another living being.
Yep,
So I would say for me, having a dog that is small enough for me to pick him up, and I'm not a big person. I'm bigger than someone we know. Most everybody is, even some dogs. Lisa. However, I wanted a dog that I could pick up to get out of danger, and that I
yep.
could politely have on my lap for comfort. Um,
So one of my mods is Cane Corso's mom.
uh-huh.
You know what a Cane Corso is, right?
Yes. Yeah. Uh,
And she has 5 of them. I wouldn't have been
well,
able to handle one because the dog would eat just as much as I do.
yeah. I'm thinking, does she have a giant house? Is my question. Um,
They live on it.
but
They live out in they got property.
it could get crowded on a rainy day inside. But to have a dog that you can really cuddle, I mean, like a tiny little teacup is cute, but they're so delicate, and wiggly. So I just wanted one that was, I could pick him up, get him out of danger, or hold him on my lap.
Yep.
Sturdy enough. You know what I'm saying? I've had
Yep.
Akitas, I've had Great Danes, I've had big dogs, you know, big ones, all kinds of big ones. Those were my larger of the dogs, but I've had other big dogs, and um, I think because of their size of their mouth and the strength of their legs, they can get in a lot more trouble than a little dog quicker.
Yeah.
Under that
Connie.
fence and gone,
Yeah.
and they can run for miles, and you cannot. I learned that with my daughter's pit bull.
I asked my mom. My mom's 77 years old, right? I asked my mom. I said, if I were to get a dog, what do you want? She said, a pit bull.
You
That's what she
know,
said.
well, I had a daughter that was, we were displaced from her whole life and had to start all over in another state. She had a pit bull, and it was big enough that she could wrestle with it, and it was big enough that she felt safe with it. Um, there's something about them; they're very loyal and loving, but the problem is they get so attached to one person that nobody else can control them if that person's gone or at the hospital or something.
Yep.
So they take a like effort to have them obey somebody else. Like that has to happen during the training period, which we did not
Yep.
know at the time.
Yep. Yep. I had a I had an American Staffordshire, and those are one owner dogs. Okay,
Mm,
but they're very protective over children.
mm-hmm.
Okay, and the dog would listen to the kids and would listen to me. Would not listen to the mother. I don't know why, but
Well,
would listen to me.
dogs don't have that social thing where you have to act like you like somebody you don't.
Yeah.
They don't play that way.
No,
It's not
I
in the
love animals.
brain.
I love animals. Viper, you want to come up on panel and talk about your dog?
I heard Roseanne Barr once say that animals are smarter because they don't lie to themselves. May be true.
Yep. They're very loyal. Willow says, I have a pug. She's an insert swear word. The end.
They can be defiant.
What's up, Ludwig? How you doing? Doing all right. Doing all right. My day was a little tough earlier. It's just one hoop I got to jump through. But I'm doing all right. I'll get through these hoops. I will make it. I will make it.
Yes, you will. And you know what? Usually all problems are hoops that are big enough that a friend can fit through with you too, by the way.
Yeah.
Very seldom do you ever find that there's something you truly, truly, truly must go through alone. So glad that you have this platform to connect.
Yes.
I don't really have anything else.
Thank you for coming up.
Well, I don't have anything else polite to say, but I do want to say about dog loyalty.
Yes.
One time might be a little bit not polite. A boyfriend yelled at me, and that night my dog went and made a pile right in front of the toilet where he would go and stand in the dark to relieve himself at night.
Oh, it's revenge.
I told him what a good boy he was.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, perfectly placed. And he was good. He never went in the house, so I was like, wow. God
Yeah,
have it
that's
to
funny.
you. All right. Well, listen, I'm going to drop down and be in the background.
Yeah, we needed that little bit of humor. Sandy. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a great
That's
evening.
hilarious. You too. Love you, Cindy.
Love you
See you later.
too. Thank you, Eddie.
So you called and I rang.
I called, you answered.
Yeah, well, man, dude. Sometimes like I get online, like because I was on my phone, I get online and it takes forever for chat to load up. Forever. It's annoying because I'm sitting there, I'm like, okay, well, the link's right there, but now it's not on the chat when it finally loads up. It took forever to load up and there's no chat, and it's really weird.
But it happens sometimes.
Yeah.
With YouTube.
Yeah, it happens almost every time I do it.
Yeah. So your dog.
Yes.
You train it yourself?
Yes.
Now, do you train it to be specifically your therapy dog?
Well, here's the thing. So the whole therapy part of it, in my case, is more like, and I was explaining this actually while I was talking to my my therapist and stuff like that. I was like, the best thing about having a dog that really is a good therapy dog is the fact that a lot of the times, if you're suffering from depression and stuff, and you feel like you're trying to talk to people around you and they don't listen, well, your dog or your therapy animal seems like it's always listening. You don't know you don't know 100% what the dog or the cat or whatever you have as a therapy pet, because there are therapy pets that are monkeys and different things like that. But it's also the fact of not just doing things for you or helping you because there's a difference between the therapist and a therapy dog and the other type of dog, other type of dogs. But yeah,
Yeah, like
so
you have service dogs for blind
yeah,
people. You
yep,
have service dogs for the deaf. You
mm-hmm,
have service dogs for the disabled. You know,
mm-hmm.
you have, and then you have therapy dogs.
Yeah, and therapy dogs really is somebody that can talk, that can listen to you, that loves you unconditionally, and that's a great thing about it. Is but I did train her. I do train her on things that I need done, and she's too old now to be a service dog. So I've trained her to be a therapy type dog. She actually, you can get here in my state, you can actually get self certifications for a therapy dog, where they can
Yep.
go into places that offer therapy dogs. Problem is on self certifications, they still have to go through a test just to make sure that they're safe to be around people out in public, and that's the biggest thing. But other than that, they don't have to. You don't have to pay to get them like service dogs and stuff. You don't have to pay to get them done. But she's pretty good training. If you come around the house, she's really protective of me. I'm like the boss. So in the house, she has this like under her. And anybody that knows dogs, there's different types of growls. There's aggressive growls, and then there's also like just warning type growls. Under the breath, it can be playful, and it can be warning. So playful, warning, and aggressive. She does a lot of warning growls, deep in her throat and barking and stuff, but she keeps her tail low and she'll back away. So if somebody runs at her, she'll pee. She's afraid, but she's just letting you know you're in my home, you're in my area. Because if I go out in public, if she's not, if people aren't around me, or if they're not in the house, she's fine. Like she can go out, she loves everybody. But in the house, completely different story. Or even in the yard, completely different story. But yeah, I trained her with everything that she knows, the best way that I can. It's not that hard, but it's about being consistent. The same thing every time.
So off subject,
Yeah.
Black Skies asks, can I ask why some guys are a-holes? Just curious.
Am I an a-hole? Is that what's coming up to be? Like, did I do something wrong?
I think it's a general question.
Oh. And are we talking about guys in general, or are you talking about guys as in a group of people? Like, hey guys, come on, let's go. I guess we're talking about male.
Not me or you, but everyone can be an asshole.
I think okay. So this isn't going to be political. Don't go off of this, guys. But I think it's because we as men are put in a different image. Right? You have to be tough. You can't have that tear coming down your face. You have to be strong, even when you're really sad. That type of stuff. That's the way I feel about it. Because I asked some of my friends, I was like, the president was talking about the shooting that happened, and so many people passed away, and they didn't shed a tear. I was like, I would like somebody to shed a tear in public in front of billions and thousands of people. And then the other people were like, well, he's a man. He's the president. He's not supposed to cry. You got to show strength. And I was like, that's stupid.
Look what they did look at the meme they turned Michael Jordan into. Look what they did to Michael Jordan when he cried.
Hello, discussion.
What's up, Paul? How you doing?
Yeah, and then that happens. People
in relationship wise.
Yeah, people show in relationships. I don't know. I don't know anything about relationships. Sorry, I don't know anything about relationships.
I'm not great with relationships, so
yeah,
I don't understand, guys. I thought I did at one point in life, and I failed.
Yeah, I never dated guys before, so I don't know.
Oh my God, BB. Joke. Why do women have problems with hemorrhoids when men don't? Because God made man a perfect asshole.
That's funny,
Males aren't
but
always
I will
great with
say,
female emotions. And
I
and
will
so
say hemorrhoids are non-binary, whatever the word is for it. It doesn't go. Dude, I'll tell you what. Like, I worked at a window factory, lifting up heavy stuff constantly all the time, and I ended up having hemorrhoid issues. I'm not gonna lie, that's the truth,
we
dude.
got a
That like,
man on panel admitting he's had hemorrhoids.
oh, dude, I still kind of do, man. Working a window factory, you know how heavy Stormbreaker windows are,
Oh
dude.
yes. I worked in the
Dude,
construction field off and on my whole life.
yeah. Yeah,
Angels
like
is
I
like,
had to load that all day for 12 hours a day, Monday through Friday. It was so bad.
imagine people who do it for a career for 20 years.
Oh yeah. And plus not to mention being in Oklahoma where you have the heat indexes on in summer and stuff, and they want you to smoke, but you have to be in a designated smoking area in a factory, but it has to be outside with no cover. So if you smoke and it's raining, then you're screwed, and if it's really hot, you're screwed. You're sitting on a big on a
You're
big
good. You're good,
slab,
Black Skies. You don't need to fade away.
big slab
But
of
I'll
concrete. Ugh. I know you were
what's up,
joking.
Viper?
I was just bringing it up.
Okay, so Black Skies, you're good. You don't have to fade away into the clouds, into the fog, and you know. But I don't understand why. Well, okay. So let me correct this statement. Okay. That is a very good question. I am gonna do a community post.
What's a good
Why
question?
are most guys assholes?
I don't know. I'm not like most guys. I'm different.
That's why I said most guys.
Yeah, I'm a zombie werewolf vampire. Not that many people are me.
So
Well, oh yeah, Rose is from Oklahoma, isn't she?
Angel said you'll need more than a community post.
Oh my god.
You know, I think a lot of, like Sarah said, it depends on if they're in touch with their emotions. Yes. You'll need a whole novel. Yes. It's going to be a long response. You
Okay, I
know,
gotta step
I
away
think
for
it
one
is.
second, really quick. I'll
Go
be right
ahead,
back.
Viper. You're good. You're good. I'll cover this. I think you're answering my statement, Ginger. I think most men are unable to get in touch with their emotions. And why? Why is that, you say? It's because we're taught to not have emotions. We're taught to not, you know, cry. We're taught to, yes. And I think if more men were in touch with their emotions and communicated better and had more of an understanding, it wouldn't make you soft. It'd make you human. Okay. If more men were able to express themselves, you know, I think, in my humble opinion, we would have. What's up, Lady V? How you doing? Crimson, how you doing? I think if more men were able to communicate we would have, you know what's wild, and I'm just gonna say it, okay? If you look at the unalive rate in the across men, women, and children, you know, men are at its highest because we bury our emotions. That's what we do. We bury our emotions. We don't talk about it. We let it eat us up. In a lot of cases, we snap on our loved ones. Okay? We take out our anger on our loved ones, or we take it out on ourselves. And when we take it out on ourselves, we make decisions that there's no coming back from. Okay? And the reason is because of the stigma. Okay? It's because of the stigma around men. If you go and seek therapy, you're no longer a man. If you're in touch with your emotions and you understand yourself and you're comfortable in your skin, you're no longer a man. You understand what your woman is going through and you're able to communicate with her. I don't understand. Being in touch with yourself and loving yourself, that's a plus. Yes, stress and financial issues are the worst for men. Yes, because we're taught to be breadwinners. We're taught at a young age that we are to be, and women are taught the same thing. They're taught that men, should be serving the woman hand and foot. Everything's on the man's shoulders. Well, back in the day, I will tell you this. Back in the day, it was easy to do that. Look at the price of things back in the day. It was easy for a man to take care of a family. But today's time, it's difficult for one income. Today's time, it takes two. And sometimes you still struggle. So I honestly think if you worked as a team, teamwork makes the dream work. That's how I feel. You work together as a team. When you're in a relationship and you work together as a team and you communicate well, you will thrive together.
Okay, going back to the original subject, did you have questions about me training my dog to be a service dog or whatever?
No, yeah. So back to that. Okay, is now does your dog acknowledge you when you're stressed out?
She does, and I have to learn. I had to learn her cues and stuff because every dog is different. But yes, she does. Remember, when she almost got hit by a car, I told you about my anxiety was kicking in and how she acted.
Yep.
Yeah, she
Yep.
acknowledges. She knows if I'm angry, happy, sad. She knows all that stuff. And she knows that automatically. And then I have to pick up on her cues towards me.
Michelle Johnson, how you doing? So I miss having a dog. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So Crimson Rose, 51. The last girl I talked to, I told her I'm disabled physically and mentally. And you know what they said? You know what they said? They said that I'm not a fit for them. And I can understand. I'm not a fit for you. It happens. It happens. You'll find the right one that'll accept you for you. Sorry for getting this subject
I
thrown
basically told Angels, I was like, I'm disabled, but I'm smarter than you. That's basically what I said.
uh,
I mean, probably not exact words, but basically that's what I implied. Because, you know, all music and computers and all that stuff.
I'm sorry to
Right.
hear that, Crimson Rose. You know, and Angel said, "Damn, that's hot." I was, uh, I wish I could be like, I get a monthly check, but I can have an intellectual conversation with you, and my brain can stimulate yours. I
That's
wish I
like,
could
okay, so.
just meet, huh?
Sorry, I dropped my phone. Hold on. About to break my damn
Vibrant
screen
swimming.
again. Shit. Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, so here's my thoughts on it. I think it shouldn't be the fact you're disabled, the fact you're not disabled. People need to stop looking at financial things and all that. I mean, come on. How can you find what they call true love and stuff if you're sitting there like, oh, how much money do you make? Oh man, I love you so much. It doesn't matter. What matters is the person deep down inside. Who are they? What do they like? What do they not like? What are their passions? It's not gonna. I understand that overall, the family wise and stuff, you need to have a stability and stuff like that. But there's ways to manage
Yep.
without having to have a job that keeps you away from your children. That's one thing I always said, even before I got disabled. I was like, I never want to have a job that when I have a child that I'm going to be away from them. I want to be the dad that's there. I don't want to be the dad that's not there. Because a lot of the
Yep.
times the society nowadays, it's the dad that's not there more than anything because they're out working 18 hours or more a day and on having to travel to places and stuff. So it's the thing is it's like it's all about if somebody is like, "Oh, you're so cool," and all that stuff, and you're like, well, I'm disabled," and they're like, well, I gotta go, bye," then they're not worth it because that's the stupidest, dumbest thing for somebody to say to somebody because they're disabled or they get disability or this and that. It's completely dumb. It has to be the person who they are on the inside and all that. Look, me and Angels both have issues our own way, but we still manage to keep together. So, and it could be a struggle, right? But I mean, you can't let small little things because you can't control it. You can't say, "Oh, my brain, I'm turning it off. I'm not disabled anymore. I can do everything the other person could do." No, it can never happen that way. And people are going to get sick. And the older you get, people are going to get sick and stuff like that. I even have dealt with people on my mom, with my mom's relationships and stuff like that, where they leave because she's sick, and then it leaves all the stepkids or whatever without another parent. That's dumb. It's stupid. Like you can't do that. You know what you're getting into. You'll fight through it. There's always going to be those ups and downs and struggles. You got to fight through it. And if the person can't see that and doesn't respect that, then it's not worth it, honestly. Anyways, that's my say on it.
I agree. I agree. I agree. You know, I've every relationship I have been in, I was always, like I said, the breadwinner. But when your world comes crashing down and you lose your job and you're struggling, you end up alone sometimes.
But then that's
You
where you get a
know,
service pet. Service pet can help you through everything. They love you unconditionally. They know your emotions. You know their emotions. And yeah, service pets definitely worth it, even for relationship wise. Well,
so
oh God, hold on, I heard something splatter. I'll be right
okay,
back.
go check. So that sucks, Crimson. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah. Angel, every time I talk to my cat, his solution is for both of us to walk to his food bowl. You know, Crimson, in my opinion, my humble opinion, I think that can happen in any situation. Um, you just happen to come across that guy, and I'm sorry you came across that guy. Um, he shouldn't be holding the position he's holding, in my humble opinion. So, just saying. Sarah.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry,
You're good. What'd your dog do?
it wasn't my dog. It was my son.
Okay. What happened?
Scarlet went to sleep. Oh, he just dropped
Oh,
something and it was really loud. And I could hear it through my headset right now talking. And I could hear something loud smash on the ground. And it wasn't like glass or anything, but I just needed to know what it was in case something fell off the wall or something.
good
But
job,
everything's
Dad.
good. Yeah, he needs to get a shower and so he can go to bed. He does have a bedtime. Just so everyone knows that my son has a bedtime. Not all, believe it or not all parents do a bedtime, or they do a really late bedtime. So, okay. So we're still on the same subject, or we're going back to the dogs, or what's going on?
You know, what do you think? How many, like, what type of breed is your dog?
Oh well, mine's about 60% McNab, but a little bit of German Shepherd and Pit Bull, but mainly McNab.
What's your favorite breed of dog?
I don't really have a favorite. I just like dogs in general.
Okay, that's awesome.
I think the meanest ones, in my opinion, are Chihuahuas. I mean, they're so angry all the time, which any dog could be trained to be well. I know you're probably about to bring up like pit bulls or something.
No.
Yeah,
That's my favorite dog.
I love
I
pit
think
bulls. They're the sweetest. The problem is, the only issue is how people train them, and they're very
yes.
protective. Just like German Shepherds, very protective of children if children are around all the time. But here, even Rottweilers, oh God, Rottweilers and pit bulls in my area are put down if they catch them off the street, and it's so sad.
That's the reason why I want to put a privacy fence on my property before I get a dog.
Well, yes, I would do that for pit bull, especially if it's a puppy, because people will take it if it's a certain age. Well, around here they do
Yep.
at least. They'll take them out of people's yards like crazy. Pit bulls, Rottweilers, Doberman Pinschers, Dobermans, and I don't remember what the other one was. It's some bird dog. Anyways, they'll take them like crazy out of people's yards if it's a certain age, and normally you could tell by their ears or tail and their muzzle and stuff. But oh no, here no, I'm not allowed to have a privacy fence in my area, even if I had dogs. Like a lot of
You
dogs.
can't have a privacy fence around your house.
I cannot. It's against regulation of this county or whatever.
That's garbage.
If you buy a house that has a privacy fence, you're allowed to have it there. You can get it fixed up. But if you buy a house and you want to put a privacy fence in, you have to have the city has to approve it. But a lot of times they won't approve it. Or if they do approve it, it's going to be expensive as hell because they're going to give you their people that they know that will charge you an arm and a leg. And it sucks really bad. It's horrible. Like you're talking about buying a house. Yeah, you're not able to do shit around your house. And
Wow.
it's so dumb. Like they have so many regulations because I think I talked about this before, but there's air rights. Like if you have to build something up high, or if you want to put it like let's say a tower link in your yard to get better cell phone connection or something, because there's a lot of trees, you have to have permission and you have to have rights for that part. Like you have to get a permit or something to have something go up a certain height. Because air rights are a thing. You don't own the air above your house. That's why around here, at least, that's why you can get in trouble for shooting down a drone that flies over your house, because you don't own it, and that's where you can get a ticket for it. So yeah, it's really, it sucks because if I'm redoing, let's say I'm making my garage into another extra room. But I'll say I want to make it a stream room and a music room and stuff. Well, if I have material sitting outside in my front lawn, I get a ticket for that. You can't have material sitting in the front lawn. So I have to leave it in the damn house. And it's so dumb. It's a lot of problems. If limbs break because they don't come and cut them down to keep them off the power lines, and they leave the other ones hanging down over the street and all that stuff, if part of it's in your yard, you get a ticket for it because that is a nuisance to the neighborhood or whatever. It's so stupid. Well, you can have a chain link fence. You can't have a privacy fence. A chain link fence is completely different.
You can have a chain link fence, but you can't have a privacy fence.
Yes. I don't know why, but that's a thing in this part of Oklahoma, at least. I know when I lived in Fort Gibson, Oklahoma, it was against the regulations of that town. And here in Muskogee, it's regulations against town. In McAllister, it was regulations against town. It's most of the little town stuff around here. Maybe in the city, maybe it's different. Maybe in Tulsa, it's different. I don't know. I just know in the places I've lived, in the counties I've lived, you cannot have a privacy fence without permission. You have to have permits. You have to have permission from the city. And you have to use their contractors, which are expensive as hell. Like you're talking about, let's say if I want to get privacy fence from the guy that did our brush in the backyard, he would probably charge me about $400 just to put it all up, right? And with the contractors that they have, and that's without paying for the material, but the contractors they have are going to charge you probably about $3,000 just to put the fence up. Possibly, I don't know the exact charge of it, but it's really expensive. Like you can get things way cheaper if you don't go through the city's recommended contractors. It's kind of bad. Like it sucks, but they really hunker down on what you can and can't do around here. So
you know what I would do is I'd build a really tall privacy fence. I mean, not chain link fence. And they can't stop you from putting things on your fence.
Yeah.
So the tennis courts.
Mm-hmm.
You know they have that green thing on the tennis courts on the
Yeah, the little
chain link fence,
privacy things. Yeah.
privacy guards.
Yeah.
It's exactly what I would do.
Yeah. I don't know. I want a privacy fence, hands down. That's what I've always wanted because there's so many creeps and people around. Especially in Oklahoma where, where
Yep,
they have really horrible laws against creeps,
yep, yep.
child creeps. Yeah, and it's
Yep.
bad. Like, I wish I could. I would like to also have a pool in the back too. I would like an in-ground pool. It doesn't have to be big, but I know that it's good for dogs, especially outside dogs. Because Scarlet is supposed to be an outside dog. She's like, her breed is herding dog, but she's
Yep.
inside. I don't like outside pets. Also with the fact that it gets cold and stuff, then you can get a ticket for having the dog out there and all that stuff. So I like her being inside, and she's really good inside dog. The thing is she needs to go outside and run and run and run. So I do have I do want to have a in ground pool where she can go and swim because it's supposed to be really good therapy for the dogs themselves and massage and all that stuff and keep their energy going where they don't have to run so much. It's supposed to be really good. But I will say this too. Well, we're talking about privacy fences and all that stuff, but I'll tell you this. We almost got a ticket because of bushes that were too big that were over the fence. Now, I don't know if it was because it went over into the next door neighbor's yard a little bit, but it wasn't on the ground. And it was really weird. But it's really strict when it comes to the stuff around where I'm at least. I don't know if other people, fence a pool. I would want definitely the fence a pool. Yes. The thing is, you can get these guards around a pool. I don't know. I don't know what I would do. I might just end up having to pay an arm and a leg to get the permission and stuff to have the fence up. But then again, a lot of the city people know me, so I might be able to get away with it because if they give me permission because they know me, I don't know because I did do a lot of stuff for the city when I worked with electronics and stuff. I did a lot of camera work and the networking and stuff like that for them. So I might be able to get away with it. I don't know. But until I have the money to be able to do it, guess I'll just have to deal with what I'm dealing with.
Yep.
I don't like people looking at my damn yard and seeing what I'm doing.
Yep. I agree.
Then they come over
agree.
and they make Scarlet bark up a tree and stuff. Yeah.
I agree.
But it's not that hard to train dogs, guys. Whatever you want them to do. I train Scarlet to stand up by using a bottle, a soda pop bottle. Just an empty one. I would tap it on my arm and have her get up, and then have her get up to try and get it, and then I'll start laying in my arm and have her get up and try and get it again. Then move my arm. Kept on doing that, and now she stands. I could tell her stand, and she'll stand up, and she'll walk.
So. That's awesome.
Yeah, I train her to do
dogs are man's best friend.
Oh yeah,
dogs are man's best friend.
Because I got the news about my eyes and stuff, and there's a chance I could go blind. So now I've been working with her. She knows exactly where my room is. So I've been working with her where I will put. I'll put. Damn it. The things over my eyes. I'll cover my eyes and then I'll tell her, take me to my room, and she'll take me to my room. So I'm training with the fact of her if there's a possibility I might lose my eyesight for a little bit and stuff, that she will be able to do things for me. Like take me to my bedroom. Yeah, blindfold. There we go. Thank you, angels. But I'm training her to take me to my room for when that happens. Now it's more of a service dog thing, but she's too old to be a service dog now. But service dogs are really expensive, and my insurance doesn't cover that. So I've been training her with that, and that's mainly the thing. I'm not going to train her to get me stuff because I'm not going to be that damn lazy. But I do want because I have my mom here too. I do want her to take me to my room though, or take me to the bathroom
Yep.
because she knows where that's at, so she could do that stuff without me
That's
being able to
awesome.
see. Yeah, it's really cool. But it's not that hard to train them. You just repeat every single day, all you can. Repeat the same routine that you want them to do, and they'll do it. And that's how easy with a lot of stuff it is. Like when to sit pretty, to shake your hand, to sit, to lay down, to stand, to bark, to roll over. It's just repeating the same routines every single day until they start doing it without a treat, and then you're good to go. Yeah, it's really cool. I want, like, I've been seeing a lot around my area and stuff. I've been seeing these dogs have been kind of left, or they're giving away dogs. People give away dogs like crazy around here. I tell you what, Scarlett, with how high percentage her McNabb is, she could have people could have easily made a lot of money selling the puppies, but they gave them out like candy. It was just they gave all the puppies out. And so I got like a $500 dog for free. I mean, it was actually kind of cool.
Angels, depression and anxiety. Why men are assholes? Privacy fences.
Maybe that's why I'm worse than an asshole then, huh? Because I don't have a pricey fence yet. Depression,
That's how
anxiety,
the
women's mental
conversation
pricey
flowed.
fences.
Correct.
That is.
Well, because when it comes to the scientific form of depression and anxiety, and their correlation, there's not that big of it. They collide with each other, but sometimes you can have anxiety without depression, and sometimes you can have depression without anxiety, and sometimes you can have both. Now, when I do a live talking about anxiety, I will talk about all types of anxiety, all stages of anxiety and what it causes. When I talk
Did you look
about
at
depression, I talk about all types of depression.
Did you look at all the types of depression? Because I think severe depression and all that, those harder depression ones always come with anxiety. But what I understand, I could be wrong. I'm not a doctor or anything. Did you look that up? I don't know.
So you have major depressive disorder, you have persistent depressive disorder, you have seasonal affective disorder, you have postpartum depression, you have premenstrual dysphoric disorder, you have bipolar disorder, you have mixed depression, you have atypical depression, and you got psychotic depression. Those are all different types of depression that you have.
Yeah.
You have and then you have just your basic depression, where it's not severe. So,
Angels, true, but not true. I can't, if I have an anxiety attack, it can't be weighted blankets, dude. I feel like I start having, the walls are closing in. I start suffocating if everything's close to me like that. I have to be in a wide open space. But I heard it's good for but I know there's a lot of autistic kids that have anxiety that you can use weighted blankets for. I think I had a girlfriend a long time ago that had an autistic child. That's what we had to do with his anxiety.
So you have premenstrual dysphoric disorder, which is a chronic condition that can cause severe depression, irritability, and anxiety in the week or two before the menstrual period. PMDD is a more severe form of premenstrual syndrome. I don't talk about that stuff unless I have a female up on panel that can talk about it. That's one thing I don't talk about is, female stuff. Okay. I don't talk about postpartum depression because I'm not a woman. I've never experienced it. If I have a female that experienced postpartum depression, I would cover it. Well, you can be bipolar without mania. You can have hypomania. So you can be bipolar without mania. You can have hypomania. You have bipolar 1 and bipolar 2.
Man, I'm already getting lost. There's so many different things, and new things coming out every time. Angels, leave your drama llama at the door. I think that's what
So
Jason's mom
Ginger,
had.
we can do a live, talking about postpartum depression. You know what I'm saying? And have you up as a guest talking about postpartum depression. Ginger. That would be a good live.
Yeah, another good live would be Angels come up here talking about her vibrant depression.
Yep.
That was just a joke. Just a joke, Angels. Don't get mad. I'm just playing. Great Depression. What's that from? Great Depression. I'm going to have to look that up.
Because I've always wanted to talk about and get an understanding. Like, I know what postpartum depression is, but I've never, because I've read about it, but I've never heard it from a woman's experience.
OPE. Is that what Great Depression is? OPE?
No.
I'm
Great
so
Depression
confused.
is a time in history.
Oh yeah, I know that. I know that the Great Depression. Okay, I thought. Okay. I don't know. I'm blonde, I guess. I don't know. My bad. Never
Now
mind.
he's got a head full of gray hair. Let him slide.
I am old. 1,141 years old. Come on.
I've been 21 for the past 12 years. No, I've been 21 for the past 22 years. So, thank you for coming up, Vibrant.
No problem, man. Next time you want me to jump up here and talk about my dog or anything, just let me know. I'll do it as soon as I can, as soon as the chat loads up and I'm able to click on that link.
Yeah, I'll be live tomorrow at 4:30, everybody. 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard. So,
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and jump down. I got to check on my son.
yes, sir.
Pray to the rock gods, guys. Later.
Later. So, everybody, I will see you guys tomorrow, 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I will just be a chill session and talk about anything and everything. And then I will have my my 8:30 or 8 to 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time therapy session with me, talking about something. I'll have a topic. Thank you guys for being here. And those of you that are not in the comments, thank you for listening. And Jen, I hope you had an amazing dinner. Cindy Rose, thank you. Angels, BB, Sarah, Vibrant, Cindy, Michelle Johnson, Crimson Rose, everybody. Dose of Rose. Yes, remember to hydrate. Remember to hydrate. With that being said, All Things Serious is out, my friends.
Let's talk about the mind for a minute. The kind of battle's fought, you don't just win it. It's a war zone inside, no camouflage. Every thought's a grenade, sitting ready to barrage. Growing up, they said man up, but never speak up. So I bottled it all, like a shaking soda cup. Pressure building inside, I could feel it crack. But the world outside only sees the mask, not the fact. Depression knocking at the door, anxiety's my guest. They invited themselves in, now I'm under duress. But mental health ain't a weakness, it's the strength to own. Every scar, every tear, every struggle we've honed.
It's okay not to be okay. Don't let anyone take your light away. In the darkness, you'll find your voice. Speak your truth, make your choice. It's okay not to be okay. Don't let anyone take your light away. In the darkness, you'll find your voice. Speak your truth, make your choice.